Hey there, my name's Claire Redfern and I am the founder of Inspired Beauty and Minds. Welcome to my Inspired Insights. Today I am going to talk to you about something I'm very passionate about, and that is protecting yourself from negative people. Yes, they are out there. You can call them whatever you want: energy vampires, mood hooverers. What does my son call them? Fun suckers. my Thomas calls them fun suckers, which I think is the best term ever. But yes, there are negative people out there in the world, and you know what? Some people like to live in that pit of misery. Me personally, I will dig my way out there, nails bleeding. I think the pit of misery is somewhere where sometimes you need to just pop and visit, but you need to get your ass out there as quick as you can. And I found a few years ago, or quite a few years ago now, that my energy would be drained by being around these fun suckers and energy vampires. And it really affected me. Like, I would feel tired, I would feel miserable, I would feel just bleh. You know what I mean, right? You get that feeling, like you know what I mean, don't you? You instantly you'll be thinking, oh yeah, them, or you will know these people I'm talking about. So I met a guy who I actually went to buy a crystal, because I'm a big fan of crystals, and I went to buy a crystal to give me a little bit of protection from fun suckers. And I really need to be careful how I say that, don't I? And he really helped me out, and I've shared this a few times, and he gave me a protection ritual, and it does, to be fair, make you look a little batshit crazy, but it works. And I've actually got two, well, I've got a few of them, but I'm going to share at least one with you, because it does really, really, really work. So here's the thing. Firstly, you have to take notice of who you're attracting in your life. And I mean this, I'm saying this with love, but I mean this in the best possible way. If you have a tendency to be a little bit of a fun sucker, you're going to attract a lot more fun suckers. Because fun suckers like to, they like to blend, and they like to develop people's fun suckery. It's only making words up as I go along. But they like people that will help them continue that pit of misery, whether it's being negative about other people, whether it's seeing the worst in the world, whether it's, everything is about doom and gloom, and, one Eeyore will find another Eeyore, and they will attract to you. I attract very few fun suckers in my life now. And I think that's for two reasons. Firstly, I drive them insane with my positive quotes and smiley face and fun loving. Do you know what? I just think everybody in the world deserves and has the right to be happy. And don't get me wrong, I know we cannot be happy all of the time. I get that. I have stuff going on in my life that sometimes I think, do you know what, it's not fair, and I hate this situation that I'm in. But I make that choice not to let that take over and put me in that fun suckery place. So I also limit my time with people who are negative. So I've had people say to me, what happens if they're a member of your family? What happens if the fun sucker is a member of your family? My advice to that is limit your time, because I know I can do about 20 minutes and that's me done. I can do 20 minutes and then I need a breakaway, and I need to lift my energy back up. I need to get myself back in a good place before I can cope with it again. And you can do that, and even if you're living in the same house, you can remove yourself to a certain degree. Also, be wary of the words that you're using. So be wary of whether you are being a fun sucker, and not just externally verbalizing it to other people, but are you fun sucking yourself? Are you making yourself miserable by the words that you're saying to yourself? I posted something in my group about how you should only talk to yourself the way you would talk to someone you love. And that is basically the opposite of talking to yourself and sucking your own energy and your own lifeblood out of you. So just be really wary about the words you say, who you spend time with, who you're attracting into your life. So I'm really clear. I'm like, universe, I only want to attract people who lift my energy, who are positive and fun to be around, who are my kind of people. I say that all the time as well. You're my kind of person. I can spot them a mile off, my kind of people. I've honed the skill. So I'm going to show you this protection ritual. So this video may be a little bit longer than my other ones, but what you do is you can stand, you can sit, you can do this however you want, however you get comfortable, but I'm kind of merging into my pink chair today. What you're going to do is you're going to close your eyes. You're going to take a few deep breaths. So you're going to go in for 3, out for 5. And you're going to do that a couple of times. I'm not going to do the full thing because I don't want to take up all your time. But 3 to 5 times, in for 3, out for 5. You're expelling all that air. When you breathe in, I'm breathing in the positive. And when you breathe out, you're blowing out. You're literally blowing out the negative, blowing out anything bad. Get rid, get rid, get rid, right? Once you've got yourself into a nice calm state, your eyes are going to be closed, or if you don't feel comfortable closed, relax and looking down so that your lids are not heavy, you're not trying to strain to keep your eyes focused on something. Just relaxed and down, or closed if you prefer. And you're going to imagine that coming out of the top of your head, a little bit like my hair is right now, probably less messy, coming out of the top of your head is a white light. And that white light is coming up. And as it comes down, it's sprinkling all around, a little bit like a waterfall. And it's coming sprinkle, 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 sprinkle like that. And it's got all the way around. So full 360 all the way around. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. When you get to the point where you can imagine and you can visualise that is full all the way around you, all the way to the floor, and as it lands on the floor, think about the detail. As it lands on the floor, it flutters out and more light's coming, and it's growing and it's getting thicker and thicker of this beautiful, beautiful, pure, white, angelic light. And as you do that, and as you're feeling relaxed and calm and your heart rate is starting to lower, that white light turns into a mirror. So now 360, you have mirrors all the way around, and those mirrors turn outwards. So now you've got mirrors reflecting everything around you. Anything that's trying to get in is bouncing straight back off it. Bounce away all the time. And in your space is the most purest light. It's the safest space, it's the calmest space, and nobody can get in. Nobody can get in. Once you've got that, I want you to visualise your perfect place. That place where you feel calm, where you feel at your best. For some people, that may be on a beach and the waves might be going. For some people, that may be in the woods. For some people, that may be sat in a library or sat in a quiet space. It may well be that it takes them back to their childhood and they were sat on the settee cuddling up with their mum or their dad or their grandma. Get back to that safe space. And when you're in that space and you're feeling that love and that positivity, I want you to say a word. Now, you're not going to say this out loud unless you're on your own. You can say it out loud, but I want you to say a word that is meaningful to you. Nobody else needs to know this word. This is your word. Something that evokes that feeling inside you. For me, I'm happy to explain to you what my word is. When I was little, my grandma, I spent a lot of time at my grandma and granddad's and I adored the bones of them. My grandma's next door neighbour but one had a Yorkshire Terrier, and the Yorkshire Terrier was called Skippy. It was mental, and it used to bark at everyone except for me, and it used to sit on my knee and it let me stroke it, and it was dead protective, and it was this tiny little rug rat thing, and I loved that dog. I was devastated when it died. And I've seen lots of psychics, and I've had lots of people approach me and say to me, you have a dog running around your feet all the time, and I'm convinced that this dog is looking after me. So that is my word, always comes back to that little dog. And what you do, once you've got that word and you say it, I want you to repeat it. I want you to repeat it at least 3 to 5 times, so that word and that feeling are embedded. Once you've got that, the mirrors can come back and the light can return. So the mirrors are going and the light is coming back. So now we're back to having that white light again. And as you carry on with your breathing, so we're going to breathe in for 3, out for 5. That white light now starts to lighten and just fall to the ground. Once it's done that, you can now open your eyes. And any time that you are now going into a situation where that fun sucker is, that energy vampire, or where you may be going into a meeting where you're a bit anxious about and you're feeling that nervous energy around, and you know, it might be that you're going to get a rollicking, or you've got to give a rollicking, or something where you're not comfortable. I want you to just go into a quiet space. It might be in the loo. It's usually in the loo because that's pretty much the only place you can get any quiet. And I want you to say that word. Say the word and bring back that protective energy space around you. And just every time, just keep saying the word, just keep saying the word. You will get really quick at this the more you practice it. So I started doing this, the first time I started doing it, it probably took me about 20 minutes. And I can do it in minutes now, literally minutes. And I say the word frequently. And you do, once you invoke that feeling, it's like nobody can touch you anyway. Don't matter what they say or what they're giving off, because they can't touch you. They can't get in through that mirrored space because you are protected. And it's a fabulous, fabulous ritual. If nothing else, it will calm you. But I still maintain limit your time with these people, but sometimes you just can't. And if you can protect yourself as much as you possibly can, then whether it works or not, if you feel like it works, then that is a good thing for me. And that's the way I approach anything like this. I think I don't care whether it works or not. If it makes me feel better, I'm with it. So give it a try. I would love to hear how you get on with it. So drop me a comment, get in my inbox and send me a private message. I would love to hear whether you have tried this technique. I have got a few other ones, and I'll try and do other videos on them because there are a few other techniques that you can use. But I would really, really love to hear how you get on with it and whether it works for you. And if you like this video, hit follow so you don't miss any others. And if you think that one of your friends may find this useful too, please invite them to my page, share this video, and yeah, I just want to help as many people as I can. So thank you for joining me on My Inspired Insights. I will see you all again soon. And if there is anything that you want me to cover, comment, message me, you know what to do. And yeah, I shall speak to you all soon.